Hi everyone, it's Justin from Main Man Bassing. Today I'm going to review the Spro BBZ-1 Rat 30. Give you a nice close-up of that. This is the chrome colors, a bunch of different colors. It's made by Bill Siementhal. He's a Hall of Fame angler. He designed this lure. This lure is killer. I'll have this linked up below in the description box. You can buy it on Amazon. I think it retails somewhere around $23. It's a couple different colors. It's like I think there's like 5 or 6 different colors. But it's awesome, especially for smallmouth. That's where this thing really shines, in my opinion, smallmouth. But it also catches largemouth, and in the background you'll see videos of me catching both species. Get the box. Here's the box it comes in. Comes with an extra tail, so if you want to change up colors. Sometimes these break off. The fish will like the fish just hammer these, so sometimes the tail breaks off. Or if you want to change colors, you have that option as well. You just use a toothpick, just jam a toothpick in there. Show you the toothpick. So this weighs a ½ ounce, and it's from the beginning of the tail to the nose. It's 3.25 inches, and then I think it's somewhere around 6 or 7 inches with the tail. It's got two Gamakatsu treble hooks. It's got a square bill. It's a segmented body. It floats in the water, but if you put your rod tip down, you can crank it down about somewhere around 6 inches, and you can go. It's really cool. You can actually crank it really slowly, and it'll stay down there. It's pretty cool. I do that on windy days. I'll crank it because I throw this a straight braid on a spinning rod, and sometimes on real windy days I'll just lower that rod tip and keep it submerged. That way I'm not reeling in slack line from all the wind. But it's just, there's a lot of cool things you can do with this. It naturally walks. It'll come in a straight line and kick back and forth, and it'll make a really cool V wave, really cool on the top of the water. And like I said, you can crank it. Then you can also, like, just by popping your rod tip, you can walk it back and forth. Really, really cool. You can bounce it off structure. You can dead stick it. It just sits where it is, and it's really, really cool. Versatile little bait. I'm trying to think of, what else to bring up. It's just, as far as your setup, you want to put this on a spinning rod. If you go power fishing with it and you put it on a heavy stick and a bait caster, these split rings are pretty fragile. Like, I've gotten this caught in trees, and trying to pull it out in trees, these split rings will bend and you'll lose your hook. So you gotta, it's a finesse bait for sure. You gotta use a spinning rod in a light tackle setup. I use 20-pound braid, just straight braid, and it's just, I love this bait. That's it. It's a versatile bait. It floats. It's top water. You can crank it. You can do a bunch of different techniques with it. Bounce it off structure. Run it on the edge of those weed lines. Those lily pads. Run it over weed lines if they're submerged. It's just really, smallmouth hammer this thing. They really do. Especially with clear water, they really hammer this thing. It's a lot of fun. I'll talk about the cons. Like, I don't know if you've seen my review for the Rat 50, but this tail, after you catch about 10 or 15 bass, right here, right in that segment, it gets really loose. And when you cast, that hook will marry with the tail. That is kind of a little annoying because you have to reel it in and then fix it. But you could just replace the tail. You could also put in a rubber worm if you want. It'll work just as well. So that's the one con. And the second con is that this hook will marry with your fishing line a lot. But it's actually pretty cool once you cast it, and you'll realize when you're reeling in it's not retrieving correctly. You can just create some slack and keep popping your stick, And a lot of times, more than half the time, that it'll come unmarried, and then you can reel it in correctly. But those are the two cons, though, and I think the amount of fish you're going to catch and the size of the fish are going to outweigh those two cons. That's it. Really cool bass, or excuse me, really cool bait that catches a lot of bass. That's one of my faves, and it's also great because as long as you, well, I throw this on braid, so I don't really have to retie that much. But if you're using mono or fluoro, if you just retie it, every fish you catch or every other fish you catch, or whenever it goes through like thick brush or stuff like that, you'll have this bait forever. So it's like $23, somewhere around there. But as long as you retie, you'll have it forever. You just have to replace the tails, and it's pretty cool because you're not. I really like the harder baits. I'm trying to use hard baits as much as I can because you're not polluting. You're not littering plastic worms everywhere. I've probably dumped, oh man, I don't know how many bags of plastic worms I've dumped in a lake this year, but that won't happen with this. Really great bait. You'll definitely be happy to have it. You can throw it on a spinning rod. You probably have the setup that you need and start catching a lot of bass real quickly. So that's the review. Hope you liked it. If there's something I didn't cover that you want to hear, leave a comment. Check out my other fishing videos. I have fishing adventures. I do other product reviews. Appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up if you liked it and get some activity on my YouTube page. But that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you catch a real big bass soon. Thanks.